I'm going to put some raffia onto my African adornment on the diamond shape. So I just turn it over and then I cut pieces of raffia that I've got here, and then I just glue it on just to give it some texture and some earthy materials that I'm putting onto it. So you have to keep it a little while. On this side also, this side, just be careful with your clear glue. Then you can also cut out just a little bit, just the idea of it. Okay, so here's some. Cut it off a little bit more. I put away my raffia, and then I just add it on here, and now I stick it like this. While my raffia is drying on the diamond and sitting, after I've glued it onto the diamond shape, I leave it a bit more to dry. While it's drying out there, just press it very well so that it doesn't come off. If it sticks to your hands, just use your pair of scissors like this. And see that you've got enough glue on it. So maybe here you can add a bit of more glue and another piece of raffia. Okay, now I'm going to leave this here to dry. While I'm leaving that there to dry, the raffia, I'm going to show you how I make how I cut the piece of rope and how I join it onto the triangles and so forth, so that one can hang the African body adornment around your neck. It's quite big, yeah. So I'm going to take this kind of rope wool. It's quite a thick wool. It's almost like a rope. And I just measure, and you measure around your neck, or if you want to put even the body adornment around your middle or waist, you can also do that. Or if you want to hang it from your shoulder down to your waist and back up, you can also measure a longer piece of rope. But this one is actually basically to put around the neck. So I measure it out that I want this length, for instance. Then I put just a knot on each side of it. So here I've got my piece of wool already ready to join to my body, African body adornment. I've decided the quickest way to join the triangles and the diamond of the African body adornment is using a stapler. But you can always, if you feel that it's not strong enough, you can also use a very strong glue, or you can use a tape with a glue or something at the back, masking tape, also to stick it on and then staple it again, and use wood glue and so on to make it even stronger. Now when I join the triangles and the diamond shape onto the rope wool, I take the kind of a wool and I measure it and I make knots, and then I see where the middle is. So the middle part is where I'm going to put the diamond. So then I turn over my diamond shape and I just put it here, and I see that it's in the middle. You can even taking it a bit over, then you just see that you staple it, put your stapler in there, and you press it down so that you can staple it quite hard so that it goes through, and then on this side as well. And you can even make one more. Okay, so you will see that it's gone through to the back. Here it hasn't gone through so well, so you can even staple it from this side also. Press it very hard, and then you will see there it's joined quite well now. And this one also press hard and keep it for long. Okay, so this one, your triangle is already linked onto your rope. So the first part, the middle part of the body adornment, I've already joined with the rope. Now I'm going to staple on the 2 triangles. So I'm first going to measure it like this, and I add it in here and see that the rope is at the back there, and I staple it hard. Remember to keep your stapler on the table when you do it, then you can staple it much better than when it's in the air or something like that. I turn it over again and I see that this is lying nicely, and I staple it again, and then I staple this one. Just see that your rope fits in nicely, that it catches your wool or your rope. Okay, feel with your finger at the bottom also, but don't get your finger in the stapler, be very careful. Then you see your first triangle stapled on. If you see it's going off a little bit, the rope is sticking over, you can even press it a bit back and re-staple to make double sure it's strong. Okay, so here's your first triangle, and here you can also staple it from the back, because I see this one hasn't caught up nicely. So you press it down, and now I turn it over again, and I keep it down there, and I press it nicely. Okay, so this one is done. If you want this little edge of the triangle, you can staple it again. Okay, so this is also stapled now. So you've done this whole part of your African adornment now. Now you measure the same width as that part from the diamond, and then you just staple your triangle again on the rope. Make sure that it's on the rope and that you've placed it neatly and that it's there. Put it on top of the rope like this, and then you staple. If you don't catch the first one, like I've made a mistake here, you can always take it out again. It's not always easy because this cardboard is quite thick. So sometimes one get even a stronger or better stapler. That would even work maybe better. To catch it again. Okay, now I can staple it from the back again as well. See, it comes loose very quickly. So let's try stapling it from the back. Okay, just like this. You staple, you turn it, staple it like that. Let's hook now. Then this side, it's almost easier from the back. You staple it like this. And this one. Then you turn it over again. Put it in by hand like this. And then you turn this over. And then you staple it from this side again. And here is your African adornment, the one that you've made. So we've completed it now, and you can see if it hangs like this. If you find that the staplers are not strong enough for you, you can always first use some wood glue, maybe to glue the string onto the cardboard and leave it for half an hour or so. Or you can use some clear glue to glue onto your cardboard at the back, and then afterwards you can staple it. So I hope you've got fun, lots of fun making your own African adornment.